This is the Spectrum series from LiteGear.
Cinema 5D at NAB 2019 is brought to you by B&H, the professional source for all your video needs. CVP, the leading specialist in creative cine, video, and photo solutions. Blackmagic Design, creating amazing solutions for film, post-production, and television. Laowa, unique cinema and photography lenses. And SERP, better films.
Hey guys, Graham Mailer-Sheldon here at NAB 2019. I'm here with Paul from LiteGear to talk a little bit about the Spectrum platform. Paul, what's behind me right here?
So this is a LiteMat Spectrum. This is a Spectrum 4, and it is launching, debuting. The NAB is its sending off point.
Well, I've been familiar with you guys for a while. Obviously, LiteMats, LiteMat Plus, Light Ribbon. So what is Spectrum is about color, I'm guessing?
Spectrum's about a lot of things. I mean, the one thing that we like to remind people is, first and foremost, it's a light mat. It's what people love about the product is its flexibility, how light it is, and what we've done here is we've added full color options, but with that full color, we've also been able to extend the white Kelvin range. So now the white is able to go from 2,000 to 11,000, so we're using 6 different colors to get that. It follows the black body curve almost exactly, but then of course, saturated color. And then we have a patented process of desaturating that full color with white light. So in a typical RGB fixture, you use the green or blue channels to desaturate the red, for instance. Well, here we're actually using full color white light to do that.
Very cool. Well, so with saturated color, are we losing something in terms of output if we were to go with just a bicolor unit?
It's actually a really good question. No. So we've actually doubled the amount of colored emitters to compensate or keep up with the white emitters. So with Spectrum, the white version of this in white mode or white light is exactly what LiteMat Plus is. So the output is identical, and then in order to keep the hybridization of what we do with the white light, we actually again doubled the amount of colored emitters. So as you go from a fully white light, for instance, to a fully saturated color, you're never going to lose that stop, with the exception of blue. Blue's a little bit harder to do, so you do see about a half stop difference in blue. But yeah, the idea was to keep it, as you crossfade between the two, the same exposure.
Now, where does this fit in terms of your product ecosystem? Do you expect that most people will want Spectrums at this point? Do you know what I mean? Do you expect there's still a need for the other guys? Talk to me a little bit about that.
It's actually, again, a great question. So the way I see it and the way I think that we're treating Spectrum is it's a complement to the LiteMat line. As in our market research and the conversations we have with guys like yourself, 95% of the day is white light. So what we feel is this is an incredibly good white light. It's a better quality of white light, but it's going to fit right in with the rest of either the LiteMat S2s or the LiteMat Plus line pretty well. But right now the trend is color. I mean, you look around the show and you're seeing everybody's got some form of a saturated color, and it's a trend, and as a company we've got to keep up with those trends as well.
So Paul, tell me about the different color spaces on the Spectrum.
Yeah, so one of the things that's, again, proprietary to LiteMat Spectrum is we were able to build in both a Rec 709 and a Rec 2020 setting. So we're able to actually contain the color space, so we're not achieving any saturated color or white light that's, say, for instance, out of the Rec 709 recommendation. So again, it's just trying to give a nod and paying attention to the colorists and the DITs and not giving them information that is going to cause gamma or moire or issues when they're grading in post.
Thank you, Paul. What are some of the interesting features with the Spectrum that maybe we haven't touched on?
So one of the things that I think is really cool, and you can see it representative up on the display up top, is we are able to pixelize the light mats. So it's able to create cool motion effects, cop light things, if you're doing fire effects and things like that, different shading, like even on some of the units where you can cut it in half, you could have half the light mat be a little bit less intense than another.
Pricing and availability, Paul?
Yeah, so the product launched yesterday morning. All of the pricing is available at spectrum.litegear.com. LiteMat 1's going to start at $2,700, and then the capstone will be LiteMat 4, which is $4,500 retail. LiteMat Spectrum will start shipping this summer.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Graham, thank you very much.
Stay tuned to cinema5d.com for more continuing coverage from NAB 2019.